Hey there, welcome to the cottage. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and welcome to another episode of my magical plant series. We have just about made it to the middle of the alphabet here in my apothecary, and today we're going to talk about the strange and unusual mandrake root, or Mandragora officicarum, or Mandragora autumnalis. Not bad for my 50th try at Latin. All right. So Mandrake Root has so many myths and legends coming straight out of Harry Potter. So I'm coming here to you to try and unravel those myths and try to tell you kind of where all that came from and what's true and what is Hollywood. So if you're willing to stick around and to unravel those myths with me, stick around. You might just learn something new. All right. So the folk names of the mandrake root are Alrun or Alron, German, Mandaglor or Mandaglur, which means hand of glory in French. Yeah, don't get dirty thoughts. It's just, let's just stop that right there. This is gonna take me a minute. Galgenmandeln, German for little gallows man, and Bjorfater, I'm not even gonna try it again. Icelandic for thieves root. And other terms include mandrake mannequin, mandrake doll, and mandrake moss or mandrake fulmina. And let me show you a picture of that, referring to male and female plants. Now, Mandragora is named for the mischievous, dark-skinned creatures of the same name, meaning mandragons, that were thought to possess the mandrake. Yeah, they thought that little mandragons possessed this plant and actually gave it that scientific name. You betcha. Now, in the folklore, there were early records of mandrake root being put to personal use as a sleep aid. As early as 12th century manuscript discusses mixing the powdered bark of the root with egg whites and applying it to the forehead to improve sleep, a method that may have survived until Shakespeare's time, as in Antony and Cleopatra. The queen asked her maid for mandragora to help her sleep after or during Antony's absence. Yeah, it's that old. Now, numerous books and herbals will tell you that mandrake is a plant of the devil. Oh, yes, growing rampant beneath the gallows and crossroads where murderers, suicides, and witches were hanged and buried. Now, some even claim that the roots lead all the way down to Hades' underworld, and that if you're not careful, you might fall down there after pulling up the plant. Do roots grow that deep? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, across Europe and the Middle East are tales of these little human forms and the power they contain. Talismans made of part of or the whole of the root would be wrapped in sheets of cotton and carried to bring good luck. You can see these right here. And with the understanding that whomever purchased it was entering a contract, that the spirit of the root would be bound to the owner until their death. bound. As a result, the talisman would never be given away. And if it was, it could only be sold, not gifted, just sold, and for less than what it had been purchased for originally. This was the deal. And anything other than the deal, yeah, right? Crazy, crazy myths. Yeah, that's great. But speaking of gifts, let me take this opportunity to talk about my sponsor, Yeti Scrubs. With their slogan, leaving dry skin an urban legend, these guys, I swear, I love their stuff. My skin is glowing after using their scrubs, their lotions, their bath bombs, their lip scrubs. They even have laundry detergent. They have so many things that are so good for your skin. So listen, here's the deal. Load up your cart, all right? And then put in the code word at checkout. All one word, veiled witch. They will give you free shipping. That's right. Load up your cart, put in the code word, veiled witch, all one word, and get free shipping. You won't regret it. Not like that myth that we just learned. All right, back to Mandrake Root. Now, some believe that the Mandrake Root wasn't just the humanoid shape of the root that made it so unique. The root was surely a little person in and of itself, and usually referred to a mandragora, right? A mandragon. Now, Germans use the word Alruna to mean both witch and mandrake, same word, and believe that witches could make the roots a creature called an Alrun. This devilish spirit could reveal secrets, remove enemies, and double any coin given to it. Would double any coin given to it, but with one warning. If you overworked it, it would die. So, you would have to pace yourself with it. Don't overwork your Alron, okay? Now, another interesting myth about the root is the terrible shriek it emits when unearthed. Now we're getting into the Harry Potter crap, All right. Now, the scream was said to be so piercing that it would immediately kill the one who unearthed it. And this is a tale that has been repeated through historical herbals, plays, and modern literature, including Hollywood, right? But for those determined to unearth this plant, a common trick, I hate this. I hate to even talk about it. It makes me so angry. To avoid certain death was to tie a rope about the plant, then to secure the other end of the line to a dog. To a dog. All right. The idea was, since it was the dog and not the forager who had done the deed, right, death would fall upon the animal instead. Just to be clear, I do not endorse this method in any way. Don't be mad at me, folks. Don't kill the messenger, okay? Why? I don't, there's workarounds. I get that. But animal cruelty much? Come on. Now, the truth is that the root does emit a small squeak. You can look this up on YouTube. When pulled from the ground, as most tuberous plants do, right? But there are no real reports, of course, of anyone who has been killed by the scream of a mandrake plant. Most likely, the stories of its fatal shriek were spread by those who had genuine need of the plant. Mandrakes need at least 2 or 3 years to fully mature to be of medicinal use. And no doubt a horror story of certain death to unauthorized foragers was enough to protect at least a few of the juvenile plants from eager scavengers. Report, oh, you'll die if you pull it, so don't do that. They'll be like, okay, I won't. So that did a little bit of protection, for the plants. I kind of like that, make up a rumor and that'll keep people from pulling it early. I kind of agree with that. All right, on to medicinal uses. Now, don't be mad at me for being a buzzkill, okay? Before I go into this, you have to promise, pinky swear, that you're not going to be mad at me when I tell you these things, okay? All right. The medicinal use of mandrake was discontinued due to its potent toxicity and unreliability. Don't throw stuff at me. The concentration of its active alkaloids can vary dramatically from plant to plant, making a safe dosage nearly impossible to determine. There's just no way. Ingesting mandrake can lead to severe poisoning with symptoms including confusion and drowsiness, blurred vision and pupil dilation, dry mouth, dizziness and headaches, increased heart rate and palpitations, hallucinations and delirium, difficulty urinating, and many of the active compounds found in mandrake, such as atropine and scopolamine, are still used in modern medicine today, but only in carefully measured pharmaceutical grade preparations. Wah, wah. I know. The mandrake owes its properties to the presence of highly poisonous alkaloids, like all the ones that I can't even pronounce, which can cause hallucinations, delusions, seizures, and even death. In modern medicine, hyoscyamine and scopolamine are used as an antispasmodic to treat intestinal problems, neuralgias, and Parkinson's tremors. Historically, mandrake root was used medicinally as a powerful analgesic, sedative, and anesthetic, particularly in ancient Greece, Rome, and the Near East, to alleviate pain and induce sleep for surgical procedures. So this is a really potent, toxic herb that I cannot tell you to put in a tea, y'all. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. It was also used to treat conditions like infertility, convulsions, and melancholy. However, due to its potent alkaloids, it was also a potent poison, and its use declined with the advent of modern anesthetics. So listen, there's so many other herbs that you can use in your teas and your tinctures than mandrake. So stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. Do not tincture it. Do not put it in a tea at all. Now, okay? Now, magical properties. Now that we got all that uncomfortableness over with. Now, magical properties. The element is fire. It is projective energy, which means it's masculine. It's projective. The planet is Mercury. The day of the week it is most potent is Wednesday. Now, in medieval times, not the restaurant, but in the actual medieval times, it was considered a key ingredient in a multitude of witches' flying ointment recipes, as well as a primary component of magical potions and brews. not mine, but in several historical ones. These were enthenogenic preparations used in European witchcraft for their mind-altering and hallucinogenic effects. Starting in the late Middle Ages and thereafter, some people believe that witches applied these ointments or ingested these potions to help them fly to gatherings with other witches, meet with the devil, or to experience bacchanalian carousel. Yeah, I think I pronounced that okay. The Romani people use mandrake as a love amulet. Now, the whole mandrake root placed on the mantle in the home will protect the home, ensure fertility and prosperity. Hung on the headboard will protect you while you sleep. Carry it to attract love, and it can be worn to prevent illness. All right? You don't need to drink it as a tea. Where there is mandrake, it is said that demons cannot reside. So we'll get into how I use it in a minute. And so the root can be used in exorcisms and deep cleansings, made as a decoction and used as a floor wash. Be sure to sterilize your teapot after use. I'm going to say that again. Make sure to sterilize your teapot after you make that decoction, make that floor wash, sterilize. To charge a dried mandrake root, place it in some prominent location in the house. This is some dried mandrake root right here. Yeah, it just looks like a root, y'all. It's not fun. Good luck finding a mandrake root. It is really hard. I've looked. Okay, place it in some prominent location in the house and leave it there undisturbed for 3 days. Then place it in warm water and leave overnight. Afterwards, the root is activated and may be used in any magical working. The water in which the root was bathed in can be used as a spray for windows and doors of the home to protect it, or as a veiling spray for protection and purification. You can also just make a infusion. I'm not going to say tea, infusion, right? And use it that way for protection and purification. The mandrake has long been used as a puppet in image magic. Check these out. These are so cool, you guys. But its extreme scarcity and high cost usually forces witches and magicians to look for substitutes. And I have them for you. Ash roots, apples. Y'all, don't go scouring the internet to try to find these. You can use an apple. You can use an apple, all right? And then maybe put some mandrake root inside the apple. Don't listen. Sometimes intention is a lot. Sometimes it's not everything, but it's so expensive to try and ship from. Usually they're only available in Africa, y'all. So don't go breaking the bank. All right. All right. Apples, the root of bryony, the American mayapple, and many others have been used, right? Make a regular poppet and put mandrake root inside the poppet. You could do a paper poppet if you can't sew. Paper and staples. Put some mandrake root in there. Mandrake root is cheap if you buy small amounts like I do. I make this last forever, all right? Mandrake root chopped or powdered, stuffed into a cloth or felt poppet or paper. Works perfectly. No reason to stress about it. Money placed beside a mandrake root, or put mandrake root inside your wallet, especially with silver coins, is said to double. You can make a money bowl. Put mandrake root in there. Workarounds, people. Work smarter, not harder, right? And the scent of the mandrake causes sleep. So put your jar of mandrake next to your bed and smell it. It smells like pepper. That's it. It just smells like pepper. It doesn't smell weird or anything. It just smells like pepper. All right. Personal uses. I only use it in one thing that I sell. And that is my black magic eraser bath salts. And I even recommend that you put it in a muslin bag, which I sell with it at no extra cost, obviously. You put it in a muslin bag and you can hang it from your faucet, or you can just use it as a bath tea, but make sure you wash your bath. Wash your bathtub. This stuff has Epsom salt, black Himalayan salt, hyssop, mandrake root, rue, wormwood, and fennel essential oil. I got some big baddies playing. This, if you think you have a negative attachment, if you think you're cursed, hexed, jinxed, this stuff, amazing. Black magic eraser. I will put it in a hyperlink down below. I also use mandrake root in protection spells, poppets, obviously, money bowls, and fertility spells. So that's how I use it. I don't use it a lot. As you can see, it's a little bitty one, not a big, yeah. Trust me, guys, when you buy it, small amounts, because I'm telling you, it takes a little tiny bit. You don't have to use a lot. You really, really don't. Get creative with this because, and really, I mean it when I tell you guys, do not ingest it. It is related to deadly nightshade. So don't drink it or eat it or make it for someone else to drink or eat. All right? The veiled cottage witch will come get you. All right. That was mandrake root. Please let me know how you guys use it down in the comments below. Please give this video a like, share with others of a like mind. Hit that bell for notifications if you'd like to see more of these. We've got about, well, the other half of the alphabet to go. Please visit my website. You can book a reading with my reader, Bobby Fierro, over at Wild Raven Tarot. He's amazing. Book with him. His readings are amazing, amazing. You can shop my holistic healing products, and you can shop my ritual and spell aids. Just remember to put that code word in at checkout, all caps veiled, to get your free shipping. That is a gift from me to you and only available here on YouTube. So don't forget to do that. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee. All the details are down below, or you can just scan this QR code, but absolutely no pressure. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.